Hello, everybody. Welcome back to D-Game. Uh, just wanted to give a quick little thing that's been on my mind here today with the tragedy that happened down in Nashville. Maybe you haven't heard, there's a school shooting again. It's not good. It's nobody likes hearing that kind of stuff. I have I just wrote down some of my thoughts, and so bear with me because this hasn't been scripted. It's just here you go. But like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that until the end, but if you would, I'd appreciate it. Like I say, this is a horrible tragedy that happened, and it continues to keep happening. It was just to give you the general idea. It was Nashville. It was a Christian school. The gun woman, which it was odd. It was one. They said she was a 28-year-old female that came in and was the culprit. There was 3 children, ages 8 and 9, unfortunately, that are deceased. And 3 adults, sounds like they were from the school staff in some form, they haven't said, that are also deceased, along with the gun woman, which is different. I don't believe there's been a gun woman that has went in and did this type of thing with the school shootings. It's odd for women to do this type of violence. But so everybody just take a second, throughout the day and, think about these. It's awful, unfortunate. There's also the way all the reports are is the Nashville PD did pretty decent. They did their duty. They didn't pull a Uvalde, and they went in. They advanced and took out the shooter, and ended it as fast as possible, or no one else got hurt. So you got to give a little kudos to that. Little things in a time of tragedy. Also, everybody's focusing already that it's always, guns. I don't believe it's guns' fault. I don't ever believe the gun's fault. It's whoever's holding the gun. It's their fault. You could give them any type of weapon. If they're intent on doing something, they're going to do it. They'll always find a way. They've always had, even before guns were invented, they would find a way. So it's not the weapon. It's the person, and it's not a great situation in any way. But I don't believe it's anything to do with that. 20 years ago, this stuff never happened. Well, maybe you know what I'm saying. It never happened. It never happened because society was a lot different. We didn't make these things as popular. I think people love to have the limelight, even if they're mentally ill enough to do something like this. They think that this is gonna, get them social media. There'll be something just sick and wrong, but also that we had the family back then. I think a father in the household and being able to be a man had in the past cured or curved, I guess you could say, a lot of this. And I believe it's lacking now for social reasons. So that would be maybe something we need to all as a group and a society to maybe put this all back together and get rid of this insane crap that nobody wants. Also, I think that everybody's dividing themselves, or they're pinning everybody against themselves. Everybody wants everybody against everybody else, whether it's men against women, young against old, any race against any race, income level versus income level, whatever it is. It's always this way. It's always been this way. It is absolutely stupid. It's getting so bad now that nobody can say anything. Otherwise, somebody's offended in some way, which who cares? But if you divide that, we're not, before we were the United States, we were one country. Now we're, one country, one people. Now we're one country with, 80,000 different groups and little cliques and people identify as this or that. And we're not together anymore. And I think it's, it's very horrible thing to happen because things like this happen in society now. And it also, in a bigger picture, I've always kind of thought that we're a superpower. We're one, if not the one of the most powerful nations in the world. And there is no way that somebody is going to come and take us out. They're not going to send tanks and troops over here and do anything. It's impossible. Well, it'll never happen. I mean, they would lose so much it isn't worth their time. We would devastate them. So a good way to do it would be maybe destroying people and dividing everybody and making it as divisive as possible, and working that way to destroy the country from the inside. So I don't know if that's actually the deal, but it's something that's been on my mind and I do think about, and I actually believe is probably happening in some form. So we need to get away from that. Other things, yes, the police did well. They responded, but it still took like 14 minutes. Not saying they didn't respond fast. I'm not saying maybe that's how long it actually takes. Okay, I'm not saying that they could have responded faster or did so in a slow manner or anything like that. But I have children in school. I don't want to send them and have them deal with any of this. And obviously there's a lot that have children in school, and we all, in the back of our minds, worry about these things in a little way, one way or another. I think one way to curb it, or maybe something that people should start talking about and maybe institute, or at least get a discussion going, would be, we have a lot of military members that aren't active or have been discharged, as long as they're honorably discharged for no particular reason. It was just the end of their deal and they didn't re-up. And, you hear about it, that they have trouble maybe finding a job or, dealing with family, or because they, whatever the situation is, as long as, they go through a process of being, evaluated, make sure it's a good deal. I think to have a U.S. service member uh, or former U.S. service member that's been evaluated to be in the schools armed. Uh, I truly believe, and I know a lot of service members that are active now that if they were in the school when anything like this happens, um, it wouldn't last long. It would be ended almost immediately. They're good people, and they love. I mean, the whole idea of being in the military in a general sense. Obviously, maybe they get in for one reason, but really it's to protect people you love and care about. They would connect with these children really, really quick. And I don't know about you, but most military guys are some pretty tough dudes. So nobody's going to mess with their children. So I don't know, just thoughts in my head. I think it would be at least something to explore. I think that society needs to change. I don't want to sit and go on forever and take away from the tragedy that happened or nothing like that. Just wanted to inform if people haven't heard, and I don't know, maybe give a little insight, maybe something for you guys to think about. Try to come up with some sort of solution, because it's not. This is ridiculous. These horrible things are bad. But like and subscribe. Let's get built for these messages, get out to who they need to be. And I will talk to you guys later.